Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will see what is the use of strict mode. So strict mode is a directive that enables the strict mode. In last lecture, we have seen that you can declare a variable without using where or let. But if you want that every variable is to be declared first with let or where word, then you need to use this use strict on the top. So let me go back to my code. And here, if I go to variables .js file, and on the top, if I say in double quotes, use strict. So it will enforce the strict mode. Now, if you see down here, this is my variable, which is uh, which is a global variable. Now, this should not work because I'm using this strict mode on the top. So if I save this and if I just run it once, then let us see what our output will be. So, um, okay, I'm just opening a wrong window. Let me just go to the variables.html file and I'll execute from here. So now if I go to inspect window and if I go to console, so you can see there is a reference error now. So this reference error is because, okay, it is saying the dog element is not defined. So this is a different uh, variable. So let us see that one. So here, if I go to variable.js, and if you see here in the dog, also I have not mentioned where or let. And if I simply say here where, and if I save this, and if I go back to my browser, so now dog error is removed, and there is another error which is global variable. It is not defined. So this way you can use the strict mode. There are some other use cases for the strict mode. So let us talk about that also. So you can define the use strict within a function. For example, you don't want it globally to apply the strict mode. You want the strict mode is only applied to a function. Then you can use this strict mode inside the function. So if you are preventing the undeclared variables, use the use strict mode. There is another example where I'm creating an object and I'm creating an constant object with blank. And here I'm defining a property which is having value 1 and writable false. Now when you say writable false, it means it's a read-only property. And when you are providing this value, which is property equals to true, it will give you the type error. And this is happening because of this option, which is use strict. Next, if you want to uh, remove some silent errors, which basically does not throw the exception when you use it. For example, if uh, uh, if we are using this, if we are using this without strict mode, then these are basically not uh, throwing the error if we are not using the use strict mode. But if you use the strict mode, then this will throw the error, or you need to fix that exception because you need to declare the variable before using it. Another example is that it disallows the duplicate parameter names. For example, if I say I have a function, but I'm passing two parameter with the same name, so it will throw the error. So these are some uh, useful use cases for using the strict mode. Now, when to use it to avoid the older JavaScript environment or very old browsers. So you need not to use that use strict mode, because the older browsers, they they are uh, allowing the element or the variable to be declared without using where or let keyword. Okay, but the new generation browsers, they support. Be careful the third party code if you don't did not write it. So if you are using someone else code and they are declaring the variable uh, without using where or let keyword, then also you can avoid using use strict mode. So what it helps, it prevents the hard to debug errors. It make your code more secure and robust, and prepare your code for future version of JavaScript. I hope this lecture is useful for you. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next lecture.